Battle of Godzilla and Anaconda. Who will win in different locations? Ever wondered what would happen if the king of monsters, Godzilla, went head-to-head with one of nature's most formidable predators, the anaconda? Well, buckle up because today we're diving into this epic hypothetical showdown. We'll explore who would come out on top in different environments. 1.1 Godzilla. Alright, let's kick things off with the big guy himself, Godzilla. So, Godzilla isn't just any giant lizard. He's a massive, prehistoric sea monster awakened and empowered by nuclear radiation. Originating from Japanese cinema back in the 1950s, he's become a global icon representing the destructive power of nuclear weapons. Pretty intense, right? Godzilla towers over skyscrapers, often depicted as being around 350 feet tall, that's over 100 meters. He weighs a staggering 90,000 tons. With massive dorsal fins running down his back and a tail that can level buildings with a single swipe, he's a force to be reckoned with. Powers and abilities. Godzilla isn't just brawn, he's got some serious powers. His signature move is his atomic breath, a blast of radioactive energy that can obliterate nearly anything in its path. Plus, he has a regenerative healing factor, meaning he can recover from injuries that would be fatal to others. Oh, and did I mention he's amphibious? He can move through water just as easily as he can on land. Throughout his cinematic history, Godzilla has faced off against some pretty tough opponents: King Ghidorah, Mothra, Mechagodzilla, the list goes on. Each battle showcases his sheer power and sometimes even strategic thinking. He's not just a brute, he's a seasoned fighter. 1.2 Anaconda. Now, let's slither over to our other contender, the anaconda. When we talk about anacondas, we're usually referring to the green anaconda, the largest snake in the world by weight. They call the swamps, rivers, and rainforests of South America home. Think Amazon jungle vibes. These snakes can reach lengths of up to 30 feet, about 9 meters, and weigh over 550 pounds, that's around 250 kilograms. They're thick, muscular, and built for power. Their patterned skin provides excellent camouflage in the murky waters and dense foliage of their habitat. Powers and abilities. Anacondas are masters of stealth and ambush. They have heat-sensing pits that help them detect prey even in the dark. Their primary method of taking down prey is constriction. They wrap their massive bodies around the victim and squeeze until there's no more fight left. They're also excellent swimmers, moving swiftly and silently through the water. Typically, anacondas prey on wild pigs, deer, caimans, and even jaguars on occasion. They rely on surprise attacks, striking when the prey least expects it. 2.1 Scenario 1. The swamps and rivers. Welcome to the murky swamps and rivers of the Amazon. We're talking dense vegetation, muddy waters, and limited visibility. This is the anaconda's playground. It knows every nook and cranny. With its ability to hold its breath for up to 10 minutes, it can lie in wait underwater for the perfect moment to strike. Godzilla is no stranger to water, after all, he's amphibious. However, his massive size might be a bit of a hindrance here. Navigating tight spaces and shallow waters could be tricky. He might find himself causing more of a splash than he'd like. The anaconda could attempt to use stealth to its advantage, perhaps trying to ambush Godzilla. But let's be real, wrapping around Godzilla would be like as trying to hug a mountain. Not very effective. In this swampy showdown, despite the anaconda's home field advantage, Godzilla's size and power are just too overwhelming. The anaconda wouldn't be able to inflict significant damage. Godzilla takes the win here. 2.2 Scenario 2. The dense jungle. Next up, the thick, lush jungle. Towering trees, thick underbrush, and a cacophony of wildlife sounds. In the jungle, the anaconda can utilize its camouflage to the fullest. It can navigate through the trees and underbrush silently, setting up the perfect ambush. Godzilla's enormous size becomes a disadvantage here. Every step would crush trees and could cause him to trip or get entangled. The anaconda might attempt to strike from above or below. However, Godzilla might struggle with mobility, possibly making him more vulnerable than usual. Even with the jungle slowing him down, Godzilla's destructive abilities would likely level the playing field, literally. The anaconda's stealth can't compensate for the lack of firepower. Godzilla wins again. 2.3 Scenario 3. Urban cityscape. Time to take this battle to the big city. Skyscrapers, roads, and a sea of concrete. Godzilla is in his element here. He's notoriously known for his city-stomping escapades. Buildings are more like toys to him. The anaconda is out of its depth. There's nowhere to hide, no natural cover, and the hard surfaces are unforgiving. Godzilla could easily spot the Anaconda from a mile away. The Anaconda might try to hide in subway tunnels or sewers. The Anaconda has limited options here. This one's a no-brainer. Godzilla dominates the urban landscape. The Anaconda wouldn't stand a chance. Another victory for the King of Monsters. 2.4 Scenario 4. Open grasslands. Last but not least, the open grasslands. Imagine vast plains stretching as far as the eye can see. There's nowhere to hide, just open space under the sky. Godzilla can move freely without any obstacles. The Anaconda has nowhere to conceal itself. It's exposed and vulnerable. The grass might offer minimal cover, but not enough to hide from Godzilla's towering gaze. Godzilla could simply step on it or use his atomic breath from a distance. Godzilla wins effortlessly in the grasslands. It's a total mismatch in this environment. 3.1 Comparative Analysis. Strengths and weaknesses. Godzilla, immense size and strength, atomic breath, durability, amphibious abilities. Might struggle in tight or dense environments due to his size. Anaconda, stealth, powerful constriction, excellent swimmer, camouflage. Significant size disadvantage, less effective outside its natural habitat, can't cause substantial damage to Godzilla. 3.2 Environmental impact. Environment plays a crucial role in any battle. While the Anaconda excels in environments where it can hide and ambush, Godzilla's overwhelming power and size make him adaptable to various settings. The Anaconda's familiarity with its habitat isn't enough to offset the physical disparities. 3.3 Theoretical outcomes. In every scenario, Godzilla emerges as the likely victor. The Anaconda, despite being a top predator in its ecosystem, just doesn't have the means to take down a creature of Godzilla's magnitude. It's like pitting a heavyweight champion against an amateur boxer. There's just no contest. Final verdict. So, after all that analysis, it's clear that Godzilla would win in a battle against an Anaconda in any environment. While the Anaconda is undoubtedly a fearsome and respected predator, it simply can't match the raw power and abilities of the King of Monsters. Sorry, Anaconda fans, but hey, that's just our take on it. What do you think? Could the Anaconda find a way to defeat Godzilla that we didn't consider? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for sticking around, folks. If you enjoyed this hypothetical showdown, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more epic content. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time, stay curious and keep imagining.